here. Let's see. Oh, what's this? What's going on here? What's going on here? Transition? No, I don't want to transition. I don't even know what just happened. But that's comments. What is this? Dynamic scene is managed on real time, so please focus on the live player. Whatever. Transition? What's this do?
Wow, we got a stage manager over here. Listen,
It should be live now. Let me just verify on my channel. Yeah, it's live now. Let me just see. Yep. And then what is it streaming at? It's at 1080p 60. All right. Yeah, we're live.
all right,
Okay, now we just need people to come in here and start asking some questions. We only got
that's it. That's it.
you got 2 people in there right now. So if you're
Boom.
joining the show, hopefully you guys will see
Welcome.
this. This has been a while. It's funny. I have the turn this up just a little bit. Oh, it's a little bit low. Let me know if it starts like getting too loud.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have. What was I gonna say?
we got Tech Trent.
This one.
Get it?
We got a comment here. Hey Trent, what's going on? I did tweet it out. Oh, Wayne, can you go on Twitter and just retweet my tweet, please?
Tweeting
Retweet the
now.
tweet.
The bird is flying.
Look at that. That's
Tech
what it's gonna look
Trent.
like. Trent's
Love
got
your
the
content, bro.
eyeballs.
Get it. The eyes are on you.
Oh, we do have a comment though. Let me know once you're done doing that, and we'll start the show. I'll pause the music too once you get really
Fish
started.
officially retweeted. Let's get it.
All right, so it's retweeted. I'm gonna pause the music. It is
Let's
paused. What up, everybody? Welcome
yeah.
to our inaugural. I always mess that word up. Episode of Ask the Experts. This potentially is going to be a new show for me and Wayne. Maybe some special guests included on there where we answer your questions on a semi weekly basis, maybe every week, depends on how things go. And this week we're going to cover on if you should upgrade to the Galaxy S23, 23 Plus, or 23 Ultra. And next week we will be covering on February 1st, as long as Wayne is free. I know I definitely will be here. Actually, let me get rid of Trent's comment while I'm talking. Um, uh, we will be covering the live event for Samsung. So it's a very, very exciting week of things to come. Wayne, first of all, you are a YouTuber extraordinaire. Tell us a little bit of your background, a little bit about your channel, because you have a pretty big channel. So tell us a little bit.
Yeah, I am a 12-year YouTuber, 12 years in the game. Uh, was working at Best Buy, started a YouTube channel. It blew up. Just kidding. I started making enough money to do it full time. Um, and my claim to fame was one of the first YouTubers to make extensive tutorials on how to use the Amazon Kindle Fire. And that kind of opened the door for me to do more tech videos and just keeping it going. My channel primarily focuses on mid-range and budget phones, and I sprinkle in a little bit of the premium phones. I buy the premium phones every year, but I don't cover them because I just seem to have a great niche with the mid and lower range phones. I had the 22 Ultra last year, loved it, made a stupid
22 Ultra.
decision
Yep.
and literally went from the S22 Ultra to the Z Flip 4. And sorry to say that was a downgrade. Learned my lesson.
Well,
so
so wait, so I want to just jump in here a little bit, because I want people to be able to start asking while we're talking. What we're looking for is you guys to ask questions. We can potentially even bring you on live on the show if you want to ask us. You would need your camera on, microphone, and don't say or do anything crazy.
I would also
But
add no shoes, no shirt, no service. So
I
make
like
sure
that
we're
one.
dressed appropriately.
No shoes. I don't even have shoes on, but
That's true. I got socks on. So, okay. All right. Shirt.
So the main thing is ask us questions about if you should upgrade to the S23 series of phone, and you can give us your scenario. I have this phone. I'm thinking about doing this. Anything to do with the upgrade or the live
Yeah.
event or anything. We'll try to answer it for you guys. So, Wayne, you hopefully you know me. You're on here, but let's just kind of jump into some of these things here so far. Mr. Mario saying, "What's up, guys? I have the S22 Ultra, but I don't plan on upgrading." Real quick, Wayne, do you think that's a smart idea? I personally have covered this. I think it's a great idea to not upgrade based off what we know. Do you think it's a good thing?
I would agree. I think that as far as what we know, not enough has changed to make a jump from 22 to 23 Ultra. Samsung could surprise us with something amazing that might change your mind, but from what we know right now, I don't think it's a worth it jump. So,
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
so either. One thing to keep in mind, guys, while we're doing this show is that this is popping up. Super chats, push your question to the top. So if you want to support the show, but at the same time get your question to the top, if we start getting hot and heavy in here, you're going to want to push your question to the top with a super chat. Trent saying the following. Man, this animation's taking too long. It's like I need these to pop up. Be getting the S23. He's going to be getting the S23 Ultra. Seeing the difference between it and the S22. He doesn't. I will be getting. I don't know if he means there is a big. If he sees a difference or he doesn't. Trent, be a little. If you could elaborate a little bit on that. If you do see a difference or you don't see a difference, because I think me and Wayne are probably in the same boat on that. Kevin is saying, "Good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida." Thank you.
Lakeland, good place.
Yeah,
Good
it's a
place.
beautiful place. Kyle, my wife and
I've,
I are having his wife and I have the Note 20 Ultra. We definitely want to upgrade to the 23 Ultra. Do you think that's a good idea? I personally think it's a great. I don't know if I'd say it's a great idea. I do think it's a good idea. You're three basically generations back. You're getting the new warranty, so if your phone breaks, you can have it under warranty. And it should feel, I think, smoother, faster. The camera should be better. S Pen experience is about the same. Display is probably going to feel somewhat similar in terms of brightness and size and look and all that. I think the big differences would be the camera potentially. The I don't did the Note 20 Ultra have 120 hertz? I don't remember now. It did, right?
mm, I don't
Or
remember.
not? I don't remember either. I think it did.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
there's some things. But what do you think? Do you think it's a good upgrade or not?
I mean, usually 2 years or more, you're going to see substantial value from doing that upgrade. And Samsung should still hook you up with a really good trading credit for jumping from the 20. Obviously, make sure you reserve and you pre-order it so that if you get it at launch, that's usually when Samsung offers the best trading credit. And I'm not sure if you've noticed this. If you pre-order like on the day it comes out versus like 3 weeks later, like they cut those trade-in values really fast. So make sure as soon as it opens, you try to do your pre-order because then you'll get the most trading credit.
Yeah,
Pay a little
that's a good
less.
point.
So,
Facundo from How To Men is saying, "Let's go." Thanks so much, dude. Brett
uh,
saying, "Thanks,
wait, hold on. I
guys."
want to follow
What
up on that. Facundo, could you elaborate a bit on where you want us to go exactly? I mean, because we're here. We're here right now. But are you wanting us to go somewhere else?
he wants us? He wants you to go to Utah.
Just kidding. Love you, buddy. How to
Trent
men. Get it.
Trent saying, "I want to see what differences there are. I'm interested to see how much the field of view has improved for 8K." Yeah, I remember one of the big things I remember about the 8K is that it was so cropped in. One of the last times I used, I think we're probably going to see a big crop in when you use it. But the other part of it is I don't think a lot of people use 8K. So there's two questions. I'll give one to Wayne. Do you use 8K? The other question is, well, I'm playing music playing through my thing. The other question is, do you guys use 8K?
Mm. I can't say I use 8K. Um, I mean, it's always nice to be able to shoot in the best quality possible, and then obviously you can, take that down and you can do more with editing for videos and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't use it personally now, but I could see myself using it in the future just to enhance and refine videos. I don't know if the average person is using it, but I mean, if you're using it and you're seeing the value, then hell yeah, that makes sense. That might be a reason to upgrade.
Yep. Brett is asking. Well, he's not asking. Is so much telling
It's
us.
more
He's
of
saying,
telling us.
yeah, he is.
Wow.
He upgrades
Love the
every
authority.
year, and he can't help it. Do you think that's smart to upgrade every year?
You know what?
Like a regular consumer.
If you're balling and it's a drop in the bucket to upgrade every year, do it. In fact, okay, I'll say this. I mean, I was making a joke before, but um, if you technically, like I was saying before, if you pre-order right at launch, like Samsung usually will hook you up with a really great trade-in value. So like your upgrade could only cost you maybe like 300-400 bucks. So like technically, if you're only paying 400 or 500 bucks, like you're basically paying half price to upgrade. Like that's not a bad scenario. Like, but if you're just paying full price every year, then I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. So Brett, just make sure your finger is on the button and you're ready to pre-order right at launch. That's what I'll
Yeah,
say.
don't and make sure you have a lot of money in the bank just in case. Well, not a
Lot.
lot because you're right. It could be just a few $100.
You know
Jamie
what?
has a
I gotta. But before we get to Jamie, Greg, I wanted to ask you a question.
yeah,
Do you ever use Samsung's like installment plan to buy your phones, or are you a buy it right out
no,
kind of guy?
buy it out kind of guy. But I
Same thing.
trade in a
Yeah.
phone. Like I don't want. For me personally, I hate to know that I have like a debt. I don't like to know. I back in the day when I was young, I was in debt like crazy, and it's not the same anymore. So no, I
Yeah.
hate knowing I'm in debt. So it sounds like you're the same way.
Same. Yeah.
Jamie is asking, "Hi guys, I traded in my 22 Ultra for a Z Fold 4, but should I wait for the Fold 5 or jump back into the S line? I love the size of the screen for watching Disney and Netflix, so it's a tough one." Let me answer this real quick. I've already answered this personally a bunch of times. Fold 5 all the way. It's so different versus the 23 Ultra. But if you want the S23 Ultra, go to it because you want a smaller phone and a better camera. Go Wayne.
Yeah, totally agree. I love the rumors of the Fold 5 having the S Pen on device, which is an amazing jump. So honestly, if you're loving the Fold 4, stay with it. But again, if you're feeling like you need something a little bit lighter, I personally downgraded from the Fold 4 to the 22 Ultra last year, and that's only because I carry a phone for work and a phone personally, and so it felt like I was carrying three phones with the Z Fold and like the iPhone I carry for work. So that's why I switched. But if you're carrying one phone like Greg does, I'm sure Fold 5 is
No,
the way
no,
to
no.
go.
Well, on a daily basis, yeah. But when I go out, um, if I go to an event, I will take the Pixel. If I go to a vacation, I'll take iPhone and Pixel and my Galaxy phone. But let me ask you real quick. Um, what's been your favorite phone in the last 10 years? Like, obviously, phones have gotten better. So if you say the Note 10, I know it's not like it hasn't improved. But like, I guess like what phones have like blown you away in the last 10 years?
Uh, I mean, honestly, I would say the Z Fold line. Um, just
Yeah,
being able to
same.
have that big screen whenever you want is amazing, and how they keep enhancing the front screen. Because I bought it and I tried to use that front screen a lot, and so the enhancements they've made that have made it feel like you're using a regular phone when it's closed, love that. Um, and you know what? So in that question, I'm going to add the Z Flip 4 has kind of been a disappointment for me.
Yeah.
And only because it's exciting, but there's little things that Samsung still hasn't added to it that I think they need to add. For example, if you have it without a case, it's really hard to open it with one hand. So like that's a frustration that was
Yeah.
so big that I ended up like switching. And then also it's a very slippery phone. So not only can you use it with one hand, I just feel like it's gonna slip. So I have to have a case, which makes it bulkier. And then I feel like it's so bulky. Why don't I just have a regular phone? And that's why I want to go back to the S23 or the new Ultra line. So
Right.
I don't know. I love where it's going. It's fun. It's exciting. I feel like until you get it, and
Yeah.
then you really have to make some changes to how you use your phone to, flow with that style. So yeah.
All right. Well, Kyle's asking, some people see the UC, UW, etc., as just a logo for 5G, but I disagree. Wife and I have the Note 20 Ultra, and she tested the S22 Ultra with 5G UC from T-Mobile, and it worked better than plain 5G. You could
Oh
probably
wow.
answer this question maybe better than anybody, Wayne, in some ways. So, do you have any thoughts on the T-Mobile 5G UC versus just regular 5G? Or
Honestly, it really depends on where you live because 5G, like your experience is going to vary based on the city, how well 5G is built out. Are they prioritizing the ultra wideband or are they prioritizing low band? And every city is not created equal right now, so it's tough. If you live in like a major market city like LA, I think you'll really see the difference. And if you like, go to, for example, sports arenas where they're like building out 5G in those areas as well, or those locations, you'll see crazy speeds. But like on an average day, I feel like if you don't live in a major city, then you're probably not seeing a major difference in that 5G. I don't know if that answers the question. What do you think?
who cares? You said a lot of words and it sounded like you did.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
kidding.
so main talking points. Where do you live, and is 5G built out there? And you've got to check: are they prioritizing ultra wideband or are they prioritizing low band? Like that's going to make a big difference. So
Yep.
yeah.
All right. So Trent did say he uses 8K, just doesn't like the crop on it, which we kind of talked about. I agree. It is really cropped in. Here we go. Michael Carmer is asking, is there an advantage to getting a custom color Ultra versus just getting an all black one and put a skin on? Nothing at all. There's no advantage. You're not getting more specs. You're not getting more for your dollar. I doubt you're going to get more for trade in. So I would say no.
I would disagree with that slightly. So when you purchase a custom color, it's an unlocked version. And I have seen a difference in experience when you purchase the unlocked versus carrier specific. So, for example, if you have T-Mobile and you have their variant versus the unlocked, like I've seen a pretty substantial difference in like calls being dropped and the internet speeds. Now, guess what? Like that could change from year to year, but the year that I opted for the unlocked version that was custom, I was disappointed because I didn't realize I was going to lose a bit on the network quality. So that's something to think about.
All right. We got someone from South Korea. I would love to say your name, but it is, and to me, it's just in characters. I know it's, so I can't read. I guess we could translate it. I guess maybe, but welcome to the show from South Korea. Brett is saying that the trade-in value, as you guys are talking about, for the previous year model plus the memory storage upgrade for free and the accessories credit, it's a good deal. I agree. Samsung has one of the best, probably the best
Absolutely.
actually, of anybody trade-in upgrade systems going on. It's like they give you free gifts, they give you amazing trade-ins, and they give you lately they've been giving you free upgrades to the storage amount. So it's like a win-win-win across the board.
Now, I would add one more thing, and this is interesting. So, again, at launch, Samsung will usually have an option to trade in multiple devices, which can again increase how much you can get for credit. But I've noticed again they'll pull that after about 3 weeks, and then you can only trade in one device. So that's something to look out for. You might have like an old tablet or a second old phone that you're not using, and you can up your credit even more if you do two. But again, you got to do it right around launch because that's when like I feel like they're trying to pump those launch numbers. So they really are trying to give you this full incentive. And after launch, like you can just see the website kind of updates every week, and then it's like less and less they're
Yeah, it
giving
gets
you credit
worse.
wise, and yeah. So
For sure. I want to say hey to Easy Computer Solutions. Thank you for joining the show.
and thank you for
Uh,
being so easy.
do you know him? He's got a YouTube channel.
No, I don't, but it's in his name,
He's
so
a
I'm
good guy.
assuming that he's easy.
He lives in Louisiana, I think near New Orleans. How to Men has a scenario, and first of all, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Wayne's channel, all you got to do is search for H2 Tech Videos and How
Woo
to
woo.
Men. Subscribe to him too. You can subscribe to all three of us. We've got
Make
all
this
tech
a
channels.
subscribing day. Build your subscribing network of just quality content. Subscribe all over the place.
He's got a scenario. You have a guy in college looking to get the best bang for his buck. Should
Ooh.
he get the latest Samsung budget phone or an older flagship phone older flagship versus newer budget. I will admit I don't know the Samsung budget phones all that much, so I would refer to just getting a Pixel 6a probably for that person. Or if they wanted the Samsung phone, yeah, I have no problem with someone getting an older phone. One of the older Samsungs, they're still very solid phones. I wouldn't probably go anything less than an S21 Plus or Ultra. Um, what about you, Wayne?
I would agree, but I would even go back as early as if
Can't.
you could get Note 20,
Yep.
Note 20 or higher. So here's the thing with Samsung's budget phones. Like it really depends on how you're going to be using the phone. Um, but even when you purchase their like top tier budget phone, there is a difference in that quality. I even tried a test last year. I used like one of their like A50 line phones because the specs were so amazing. I'm like, oh man, like I'm sure I could use this for work, and like
Hmm.
it was still kind of glitchy because I'm just using my phone so much throughout the day, a lot of multitasking. So I would say if you can go with a Samsung older flagship over a budget phone, just because
Yeah.
like those processors, I mean, Samsung always puts the best in their device and it's always future proof for a couple of years. So
Hmm.
you would be better off with an older flagship than,
Yeah, I
a
agree.
newer
Even
budget
though you had to
phone.
build
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, you're probably right. Michael Kramer says, "Hey, hey, now I'm rocking my Note 10 Plus, still looking to upgrade to the S23 Ultra 1 terabyte model, possibly
Man,
special color
you are
model,
growing up.
or
Yeah.
sticks nice skin on, or stick a nice skin on it." Okay, yeah, that is a you jumping from the Note 10 Plus to an S23 Ultra is so smart. I think there's a definitely a ton of changes in there from the camera to the displays to the performance to the I'm Note 10 Plus. Probably the feel of the phone. I can't remember. I'd have to look at what it looked like again specifically, but definitely without a doubt. What do you think, Wayne?
That's going to be an awesome upgrade. Fun fact: I actually used a Note 10 Plus for half of last year because, again, for work, I wanted a really quality Android phone, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And I mean, it held its own pretty well. But man, that jump in terms of quality you're going to get going to the new Ultra is going to be it's going to be a graduation, my friend. You're going to be going from junior high to high
High
school,
school,
probably high school. See,
college. Yeah,
you're gonna skip some grades right there. So
yeah.
that's going
You're
to be
going to
an
become a legal.
amazing.
You become a legal adult by the end of that upgrade. The other thing you're going to miss out probably on though is a good trade-in value. So expect to probably only get, if I had to guess, 200 or 300 bucks at the most.
Yeah. Now, what I would say too about he also asked about the special color models. So another sort of con with going with the special order color models is they tend to take a little bit longer to ship. So if you're trying to get yours like as soon as they're gonna, like as soon as launched, as soon as they ship, you always tend to have to wait a little bit longer for those special order color options. So if you don't mind waiting, no big deal. But obviously you could throw a skin on it, maybe a D brand skin. Um, we are not sponsored, but D brand, if you're watching, sponsor the next stream so we can let more people know about what you do.
I don't think they're watching because there's only 46 people watching right
I
now.
don't know, man. You never know. You never know. we
Do you
just
have
start
the
throwing out. We just start throwing out sponsors. And by the way, Nike, if
I
you're watching,
yes, and we can do that because now I have this whole interface that I can handle, and I can just play a sponsored video if we had it. Gary's saying, do you have an idea of the trade-in value for the Fold 4 for the 23 Ultra and the Fold 5? For the Fold 4, I full trading at a Fold 4, I would guess it's going to be, it would make up to $1,000.
usually
I
about
would
a
get
thousand. Yeah.
between 8 and 1,000 is what I would guess, and then for the Fold 5, it would probably be something similar. Actually, I think the Fold 5 it would be 900 or 1,000. They usually give more for the same exact previous generation of the phone that you're getting,
Yeah.
so just kind of keep that in mind. Kyle says, "What's your guy's opinion on the trade-in price on the Note 20 Ultra for the S23 Ultra?" I think we answered that. I
Yeah.
would, well, or maybe you haven't. I would guess no more than 500. I'll say 500. What do you think?
Mm. No, probably more like three. Now, sometimes Samsung will do an enhanced trade-in credit again right at launch. So just make sure you're there as soon as launch happens. You might get a little bit more, but that's three generations back. Usually, that's as far as they'll really hook you up, and everything after that is no bueno. So, yeah.
For sure, for
Hey,
sure.
hey. Also, fun fact: if the Samsung trade-in isn't great, go on Facebook and post your phone, because oftentimes you are much more ahead with technology, but like maybe your Facebook community is not, and someone might give you 400 or 500 bucks for it, and they don't realize that we're 3 generations ahead. So that's just a little a little trick that might help you get a little bit more.
That's funny. Okay.
I've done it. I'm telling you, I've done it.
The newest Samsung phone from a few
Boom! The
years
newest
ago.
one from 3 years ago. The boy that launched.
Um, Brandon has the Fold 4 and the 22 Ultra. I don't think I will upgrade. Not enough of a reason. It reflects the 22 Ultra. I'm sure an upgrade will come to the previous phone. Yeah, when with software, especially like the 22 Ultra, will eventually almost have probably within 3 or 4 months, will most likely have all the same software features for the most part that the
Yeah.
23 Ultra gets from One UI 5.1. So if you're doing it from a software standpoint, don't at all. And then you're right, even having the 22 Ultra, I don't think that it's not that the S23 Ultra won't be better, but it's just not enough on there to actually need to upgrade. What do you think, Wayne?
I would say no more, no less. I agree.
No good. No, no. I just don't like fighting with you, Wayne. That's all.
Bing bing.
We have people from all over the world. This is awesome. Yes, Brett, it is awesome. Thank you so much for everybody joining in and helping out with the questions. The guy from Korea is going to keep his Fold 4. That's cool. I like that. I would do the same if I was. I'm going to keep my Fold 4. Wayne Penny is in the UK. It's worth
Shout
upgrading
out
from
to
the.
Wayne Penny. Great
Yeah. Oh,
name.
great name!
Great name.
Yeah.
Another
Were you
Wayne in
gonna
the
be
house.
if you were gonna be a amount of money? What would your last name be? Wayne Dalla?
Not penny, but maybe yen. Maybe
I like that. That works.
what you said. You
He's
said
not.
an amount, so
Yeah, well, that's fine. You can be a currency. That's fine.
maybe a
Is it
silver
worth
dollar. I don't know. Yeah.
Wayne Silver Dollar? Is it worth upgrading from the 21 Ultra to the S20? Yeah, because you have the Exynos. Definitely upgrade. I would normally probably say probably not, but I think with the Exynos not performing as well as a Snapdragon, I would say. Well, I don't know. Is it seem slow? That's really. And are you gaming and you need like the best performance?
Yeah.
Maybe, but what do you think, Wayne?
I mean, it's in the name. X and no. No, I'm just
Exynos.
kidding. If you guys don't know already, I'm a big pun guy. So I'll find the pun and I'll expose it. Yeah, Wayne Penny. It really depends on how your experience has been, and if you're starting to feel the lag, or games are not performing at your level, or like if your experience is not up to what it was when you first got it, then I would say make the jump. But sometimes your phone is totally fine and you just want a new phone. So, you have to decide
True.
kind of what boat you're in. If you're in the first boat and you're seeing the decrease in experience, then I would say do the upgrade. If you just want a new phone and you can afford it, why not? But other than that,
Yeah, I
yeah,
would say if you can afford it, do it because I think it's a normally I would say no probably, but I would say yes because of the Exynos. Quick couple comments. Let me untag that one. Uh, uh, Trent got references getting an older flagship versus a new budget phone. Trent also said he bought a 21 Ultra for 375 from Amazon renewed. It's actually a
nice,
pretty good deal.
nice.
That's especially for a budget phone.
Oh yeah,
Let's go to Kel P. Kel P saying, I don't understand why the Ultras still have the curved display. I think that the flat screen looks way better, and hopefully they focused on the battery optimization this year. I think one of the things we have heard is that it is less curved, and we've kind of seen some leaked images showing it potentially is a little less curved. But I agree with Kel P. I would much rather have a iPhone type flat display myself. What about you, Wayne? What are you a fan of?
yeah. I don't mind the curve, but lately it's a little frustrating, as one, it's a really big phone, especially if you go into the ultra models, right? Like it gets a lot harder to hold it, right, because of that curved display. And years ago, the reason the ultras, what it wasn't, it was that was the Note phone. Right now it's the Note that's not called a Note, but Samsung did that to distinguish between like what's a Note and what's the like S series, like top tier. So now that they've merged the two lines together, we'll probably see them go away from the curve and more flat designs, just because now
Uh,
there's no reason to have to differentiate. So yeah,
well, Apple's supposed to be going curved next year, actually, which is funny. So,
what, Apple can just go to the bank because they got so much
well,
money. No, what I will say on the note of Apple. So I do have the 14. Was it 14 Pro? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I don't love this full thick, like, what do you call that? I don't know.
oh, what are you doing with your hands there, Wayne?
It's like a thin. Shut up. It's like a thin brick. I don't know. Like the their phones are getting a lot thicker, and they're trying to mask it around design, but I don't know. I don't want it to be like full boxy. I still like a little curve, but
Yeah, I'm the
I
same
don't
way. I
know.
actually don't like. I like holding a little bit of a curve too. I'm the same way. Kyle does want to say that I'm assuming he's talking about you. That you look like the dad from That's So Raven.
You know what? I haven't gotten that in years, but thank you. I do get that.
So you have gotten that
Oh,
before.
back in the day, I used to. So I've gotten that one pretty awesome. And if you watch football and you've heard of Aaron Donald, I get that one pretty often as well because
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
live next to the stadium, so I want to just buy the jersey and just try to walk in and just see, like, will they just let me in? I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Robert Sisson is saying that he has the 22 Ultra 1 TB. He wants to upgrade to the 23 Ultra as camera is the most important to me. Smart move or not? Now, I don't think you should upgrade, but if money's not an object to you and you don't mind spending $300 to $500 more, $300 to $600 more, do it because obviously it should be a better camera. What do you think, Wayne?
Yeah, I mean, there's always some type of minor camera improvement. This definitely feels like it's the in between. So there's always like a
Oh
major
yeah,
upgrade year, and then
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like a color year, and this kind of feels like the here's new colors kind of year.
yeah.
But again, we'll see at the launch if there's always some surprise new software update or feature that they're kind of pushing as like, oh, that's the big reason. So I would say lean on that as well. If those add-ons feel like they're enough to make the jump and you can afford it, do it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be. I don't know. I'm still a little iffy on. I don't know. For me, I'm trying to hold my phones longer. I feel like upgrading every year, like there really should be a real reason to, versus just I just want a new phone every year.
Mm-hmm. I
So
feel you.
yeah, make sure there's like a justifiable difference. Because even with the camera, they might say the megapixel is higher, but if that's it,
Yeah.
then that's not really enough.
I feel you.
So
So this is a little awkward, but so Facundo gave $2 super chat, but he did put a emoji, and it's I can see it like on the live feed, but this software is instead of showing the emoji, it describes what the emoji is doing. I thought that was pretty funny, but thank you so much for the $2. Now I can get before I'd probably say I could get a cheeseburger at McDonald's, but a cheeseburger at McDonald's I think is like $3 now.
we could probably both buy two Airheads because those are like 50 cents now. So
Exactly. Plus tax, so we'll let the guy keep
right.
the change.
Or you can buy one of those 25-cent bag of chips that they now charge $1 for. Um,
The big grab bags used to be 99 cents. Now they're like two
dude.
ninety nine. Oh man. Okay, that's so Raven. We already did that one.
Hey,
Okay, here's
Gadget
one.
Beard. You know what? Gadget Beard. I think you need to match How To Men's super chat or double it. We're put
Yes,
you on the
somebody
spot,
double
brother.
it. And if anybody gives $100, Wayne said
Greg
he'll
will,
dance.
and Greg will grab his guitar off the wall and
I
play a
will do
little
that.
ditty for us.
I will.
So he'll
If someone gives
play.
100, I'll grab the little guy back there and I'll sing you guys a song.
Look, he'll play. I'll dance, but it'll have to be a song from the 40 Phones collection. And if you're
Oh,
not
yeah.
familiar,
They don't know 40 phones.
you guys
Do you
don't
think?
know, but there's an up and coming artist who's coming, who's gonna blow your ears away.
Yes.
40
Uh,
Phones. Search him on YouTube.
Brett's asking, do you think that he'll get $800 to $900 for the 22 Ultra trade-in launch. We've already answered that, but I think that's reasonable. I'll say I think you'll get 8 to 1,000 somewhere in there. But yeah, we've already answered that. So Trent is saying he's also hoping the 23 Ultra has the vibration motor that the 21 Ultra has. I have to admit, I am not a
Yes.
huge fan of vibration motors. I don't care. I turn it off. What about you?
I disagree. I love that little vibration motor, and it just makes a difference. I feel like there's just this extra level of quality when you can feel that kind of haptic touch when you use the touchscreen. So yeah, Trent, I'm with you. I hope they bring that back.
Oh,
And
good.
Greg, come on, man. How do you turn that off? That's an awesome feature right there. Come on, man.
I do. I always turn the vibration. Thanks for the infos, guys. I had a D-brand scan on my Note 10 Plus. It lasted from the time the phone came out until yesterday when I peeled it off to make sure it came off for trade-in. Whoa, if that's
Man,
not a
D
vote
brands.
of
You see?
endorsement.
Shh.
What
Come on,
is?
D.
What
Let's
is
get
a
D in
vote?
here. The brand.
Black Dragon said he's fine with his 22 Ultra.
You sure are. You
Oh
sure
wait,
are.
I want to skip ahead a little bit because we got this. 5 times the amount. Gadget Beard. Now you can get a
Ooh,
cheeseburger and maybe a drink.
dude. I'm gonna give you one of these.
Dude, wow. Now we're playing
Man,
with
what a
real
day.
money
I'm putting it all on red now. It's done.
here. Oh man. TK, I don't think this is any of the what's up? What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say Facundo. You're up, buddy.
Double the double. No,
Boom, boom.
well, actually, Gadget Beard 5 times him, so it's time for Facundo to do $50 at this point.
Whoa.
Just saying.
I'm
Just
just
saying.
saying.
TK is moving from the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Should he go for the 22 Ultra or the 23 Ultra? Easy answer. On three. 1, 2, 3. 23 Ultra.
23.
Don't you
I
think? No?
honestly, I think either one would be a great jump. Either
Yeah,
one.
but I think 23 Ultra, it's like, dude, you want the best that Samsung has to offer? Take that
That's
extra
true.
jump.
You know what?
Take,
You're right. You're right. I always say buy the best at the time so you can kind of coast if you decide next year you want to wait or you decide next 2 years you want to wait. Guess what? You got the best. Just
I
saying,
love that.
you know?
Yep. We've got a couple of people just, Kyle brought up the Aaron Donald thing. He's like, I wasn't thinking that. He said Bengals are going to win this year. Gadget Beard gave a big shout out to Facundo from How to Men. Um, let's see. Kiefer.
Hey, hold on a second there. Bengals. Are we really thinking that
They're beating.
49ers are done? And
Oh,
who
yeah.
knows?
You know
Maybe
what? I was listening.
Mahomes will be back. I mean, like this week, these games to me are like this is like Super Bowl week in my opinion. I think every game is going to be an awesome game, and I mean, I don't know if I would put the Bengals as the Super Bowl champs this year. That's kind of a leap, but we'll
I
see.
don't think
Greg,
so.
do you have an
They're
opinion on
playing
that?
pretty good. I hate the Chiefs, so I hope the Chiefs lose.
You hate the
And plus,
Chiefs?
I heard some funny things. They call, you know how where the Chiefs play, it's called Arrowhead.
I didn't know that.
They play in Arrowhead Stadium, but they've been making jokes that it's called Burrowhead. Joe, the quarterback for the Bengals. I thought that was pretty funny. I like seeing. I think it's. I don't like the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a fraud. So I don't know when people wants to hear us talk about sports. So I'll be quick. I think it's going to be Eagle. I think it's going to
Whoa.
be Eagles. Why did this die? Eagles versus the Bengals.
You know what, guys? If you want to see us back on here talking about football, just because it's the season, like I'm not a guy who talks football year round, but it's an exciting time, right? If you want to see us back, you make sure you put that in the comment section, and we'll be back with a football exclusive. Let's
Football
talk.
exclusive
Let
podcast.
let's talk NFL finals. And guess what? We'll have some phones. We'll throw a little tech in there. So it'll be tech.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, Kiefer Little,
Kiefer.
you're up, buddy.
What's up, Mr. No Days Off? I'm trading my iPhone 14 Pro Max for the 23 Ultra. I need to stop the Apple and Samsung back and forth, but I'm sticking with Samsung moving forward.
Good.
Yeah, I think with Apple, I don't use my iPhone all that much, but all I do is see on Twitter is see people complaining about, oh, it's buggy, the software updates aren't doing this or that. So that doesn't really surprise me. And you do get a lot more fun customization and control on your phone on the Android side. What do you think?
This is a tough question because it's about what devices you have outside of your phone, in my opinion. So if you have like a Mac and an iPad and Apple TV, like I can see the case for why you'd want to have an iPhone. I also am not as worried about the whole like Apple software thing right now because every phone has this kind of moment in the spotlight where they screw up on an update and everybody's like screwed for a couple of weeks and they're like, "Oh, sorry, here's the better one." So
But it's been like that with Apple for a while now. They've been I just see it a
mm,
lot. It's just like
that's
it's
true.
whatever. I do want to give a shout out because before I lose it, How To Men has just donated a massive amount of money, $1 million.
Whoa, whoa!
Blown my mind. Thank you so
Moment,
much, How To Men.
moment of
You are
silence for the legend, the myth, the man,
his bank account.
Facundo. Man,
What a guy. Thank you so
po-
much. You are a
pockets are
beast,
not.
dude.
His pockets are definitely not lean at all.
Oh god. Where am I? Like I'm trying to find all my where these questions are.
Again, guys,
Dylan, did
while
we answer this one?
while Greg finds that question, go on YouTube and search 40 phones. I'm telling you, there's this up and coming artist who
Yes.
is he's blowing up the underground scene. And he has this song called what is it? Mattress Money? What is it?
Match money.
Mattress
Yes.
Money. If you're like, what are they talking about? You got to go on YouTube. You got to look
Yeah.
up
And
40 phones.
see if you know who it is. It's not me. It's not Wayne. Dylan's asking. He has a Samsung 22 Ultra. He's going to trade it in for a 23 Ultra, but the 22 Ultra is stuck on the beta program. Will it affect the trade-in program? I don't think it does. Right? Do you think?
No
I
idea.
don't think it
No
does.
idea. Yeah,
I
no idea.
don't think it does. You could ask a customer service, but I don't think it does. I mean, it's official software, so it just it can't. Do you think this is true? And not because you're on Team Pixel.
Pixel is king. You know, I will say that I am falling more in love with the Pixel phones.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would say it's king. I would say I would go as far to say that the camera quality I'm seeing a difference in terms of the Pixel phones. I do feel like they are like starting to catch up, if not past Samsung in certain respects. So like it's funny. I love the Pixel camera. The UI is like I don't like love it. I like it, but I don't love it. I love Samsung for its UI and for its polished, just flow of using the phone. But I use the Pixel for all my video and camera stuff. So that's kind of where I am. Greg, what about you? What would you
Yes.
say?
I do. I love the Pixel for the camera. I like it for. I actually it feels smoother than a Galaxy phone, and just a couple things I don't like. I think the display is not bright enough for me anyway. It's not. What else don't I like about? I don't like how you can't switch. When I do use the buttons, I don't like how you can't change the back button to the right. But generally, I use on the smaller phones. I use the swiping gestures. That's what I just think about so far. And I hate the software updates take way too long. Way too long.
On the
Like
Samsungs?
no, on the Galaxy, on the Pixel phones, the you do like a 75 meg update will take like an hour. It's
I
crazy.
know, but that's why you upgrade overnight when you're sleeping. Are
I
you
don't
that
sleep.
guy who wakes up and he's like, "Ooh, an update," and you're like,
Hmm.
"Damn!" The next
Yep,
hour, yeah, don't do that, man. Just do it overnight, like a
I
normal
do that all the
person
time.
would.
Robert's asking, do you think the upgrade price for the 23 Ultra to the next Fold 5 would make it worth getting the 23 Ultra for 6 months and then trading it up? I think regardless. So do you think the upgrade from 20 from the 23 to the Fold? Well, it depends what phone. I can't remember what phone you're trading in, Robert. If it's the he's trading in the 22 Ultra. That's what he's doing. So he has the 22 Ultra. He's going to get 800 to 1,000, and then he's going to pay. He wanted the 1 terabyte version. I think that's like 15 or 1,600 bucks or something right there, maybe more. That alone plus tax. So he's going to pay like 600 to 800 bucks just to upgrade, and then he's going to upgrade to the Fold 5. He's going to get again 800 to 1,000 bucks on the 23 Ultra. So he's going to
No,
pay. I mean,
so I take
you're
that
not going to
back.
get a better camera on the Fold 5 though. So
Well,
I would.
usually, I don't know if you've seen this, Greg, but if you upgrade to that year's phone, they won't offer the upgrade from that same phone in that same year. So he's not going to be able to jump from his 23 Ultra to
They
the
do.
Fold 5.
No, they do. They do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Hmm,
I'm pretty sure they do. If I'm
I
not
don't
mistaken, I
know.
cover it all the time, and I'm. You guys can remind me. My
I
mind, my memory is awful.
I have seen it before where that same year they didn't offer anything for that device because they don't want you jumping from device to device in the same year. But I mean, like that could have been a few years ago. I can't remember exactly when that happened. So,
Yep. If you guys
you
can
know,
hear Wayne through my microphone, it's just because my earphones died. I didn't realize I didn't charge them.
what earphones were they? So we can just shout out that brand to send you some
AirPods, the
more.
AirPod Pros, and it's because I'm on a Mac, so I just like let's do the ecosystem, baby.
Apple, can we get some more battery life on those
No,
AirPods?
they do good. I just didn't charge them. I thought they were
Was
charged, but
was that first gen or second gen? What are we talking here?
AirPods Pro first gen.
Oh, come on, Gregory. Come on.
He's
We got a
so
new
Gad.
gen.
I need to upgrade to the second gen. Gadget Beard to say he's blowing his camp money, giving all those
Camp
donations.
money.
Camp money, feeling
Uh,
funny.
Gadget Beard.
Well,
What is this camp money you speak of? I'm not familiar with this.
no, you got it, dude.
Oh, was
Um,
that a Full House reference?
what's that?
I
Full
said, was
Full
that
House? No, whatever happened to the
he
little
said
Miss
he said you
Me?
got it, dude. Did you guys hear that?
Oh yeah,
You guys,
Stephanie, not
every
Stephanie.
time every
Jeff,
time Greg throws a Full House reference out there,
got a
let's
drink.
get it. Let's get a super chat for that because that's hilarious. That nostalgia, you gotta love it. Whatever happened to that
Uh,
predictability? I don't know.
we hit Brett saying a great show so far, guys. That's a lot to live up to.
Hey, appreciate it, Greg. Thank you.
Brett, not Greg.
Brett, excuse me. Yeah, sorry. My Pixel
I
Buds
mean, I
must be
did.
losing. My
I
Pixel Buds must be losing battery too.
I did read it, but Richard Parker is saying he's got a Note 20 Ultra and I've gotten old, be able to
Got
what?
gotten Tandy, be able
Gotten to be
to.
able to be. I don't know. What is he asking to be Ash or 23 or what does that mean?
Okay, let's search Chat GBT and see if we can
Richard,
get.
you got to write
I'm
that
just
again.
kidding.
I am
I'm
so
just kidding.
confused.
No, no. Maybe he's like, I've got. Uh, yeah, actually, I don't know what
I
he.
don't know. He can just write it again. Kyle's saying we should start a football channel, though I don't know that much about football, and I don't know how well it would go. So I'm assuming you're not
Ooh,
an expert as well, are you?
I'm a fantasy guy. I know enough to get by. And I'm a playoff follower. I'm really in it right now, so that's great.
How Two Men said he's broke, but it was so worth it. Thank you. Oh, it's funny. We told Richard this is like he didn't just write this. This is like 5 minutes ago that he wrote this. He said he's got not wait. Oh my God, he's got. Oh no, no, no.
Okay, Richard, turn off your autocorrect. It is not doing you justice, buddy. Okay, listen, wait. I'm sorry, man. Dude, I am like the king of typing the wrong thing or autocorrect just like make me look so bad. So I feel you, brother. Richard, we're gonna give you a minute. Read
No,
over
he wrote.
that comment.
No,
Try
I
one
get it.
more
I get
time.
it. He says I have. He put a period when it shouldn't be. I've got a
Oh
Note 20
no, not
Ultra.
not. Okay, okay.
He's got a Note 20 Ultra. Will it be okay to upgrade to the S23 Ultra? We've answered this already. Yes, I think it's well worth it because they don't even make the Note anymore. I mean, they do with the 23 Ultra, but get the S23 Ultra. I think Wayne, you agree? Yes or no? There you
You got it,
go.
dude. Uh-oh.
TechRight, who's a YouTuber as well. S22 Ultra for me for this year. He also gave a shout out to 40 phones. He gave a little. He said something. Pixel
We
came
need
with
some
this
sound
year. I like
effects.
the camera better on the Pixel, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. Oh wait. Oh, I like the Pixel 7 Pro better than the 22 Ultra. Me personally, he's saying he likes the 22 Ultra better. Um, yeah, I agree with you. Dylan says, "Okay,
Smart
thanks."
man. Yep, I'm with you on
Oh,
that.
here we
I'm
go.
with you.
He's looking for it. He's
iTunes.
looking for it. We
Huh.
got iTube Mute is saying, "How is it spelled? 40 phones or 40 phones for the YouTube channel?" So you don't have.
Let's find it. Should we play a
It's
little something,
actually
Greg? What do you think?
it's spelled all together. So it's 40 phones, no space. 40, the number 40 phones. Don't spell out 40. Just put the number 4, put the number 0 and phones, and you'll find it. It's a couple of bangers in there. I'm not gonna lie.
Bangers.
Any chance of 65-watt charging on the 23 Ultra? No way, because we haven't heard anything about it. So there's got to be no way, Chris.
I mean, doesn't OnePlus have that market sewn up? We basically won't be able to
Dude,
charge
everybody
any
does. The
faster.
Chinese, some of the Chinese phones can charge over 100 watts.
I'm not gonna lie,
Um,
guys. When are we gonna be able to just plug in the damn charger and just unplug it? And it's just like, boom. Who's gonna do instant charge? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm just saying.
I know. I do want
Comment down below if you want instant charge. No more of this mess. 30 minutes, 1 hour. No, man. Boop. Let's go. That's what I want. Just saying.
Yep. Hi, Brian. Thank you. Robert is asking, for years you've been touting the Fold line. Would the Fold 5 be too large to carry in a belt holster? I don't use a belt holster.
Been a minute for me too.
I
Been
don't
a
think
minute.
so.
Yeah.
Because it's like, once it's closed, am I done charging? Once it's done closed, where are you? Once it's done closed, it fits pretty good. I'd say it'd probably be fine. I can't see why it wouldn't fit, you know? Chris Kempton is saying same size as the Fold 3. Maybe he's just saying that. I don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe just answering the question.
I said, okay, wait, whoops. TechRite is explaining himself, saying he liked the Pixel 7 better. It was just more simple to shoot on the Pixel 7. Whip out and shoot. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's true of almost any phone, to just whip it out and take a photo.
That sentence now.
No pun intended on that one.
Or is there?
I don't think it's that big a deal. Shoot good times. Here we go. Stuff and things.
I like that.
Stuff and things.
I bet you got a lot of stuff and things, huh?
Wait, before we read this, what do you actually eat? You eat nuts?
Oh, sorry. This stream is sponsored by pistachios. Let me get the camera here. These are the pistachios, the seeds without the outside, because I'm lazy. So
I love it.
All right, stuff and things. Tell us what's up.
He's getting the 23 Ultra because the battery on the 22 Ultra is just garbage. I don't know how people get 7 hours of screen on time. I just think it's a lie. I'm the same. My video tomorrow talks about this. I agree. It's complete BS. Dudes that are like, oh, I got like 9 hours of screen on time. I'm like, how the hell did you get 9 hours of screen on time?
Hold on.
And you didn't turn off every damn feature.
Right. Well, you know what? Here's the problem. A lot of times the people who swear that have been using the phone for like 3 days and they have like nothing on the phone. Like, you got to transfer all your stuff and then go have a normal day. That's the only way to know. And again, the experience you get out of the box is not going to be the same one in 9 months or 6 months. You know what I mean? So I think over time, stuff is running, stuff is building up, and like you definitely are not getting that same like screen on time for, a year. Sorry, is what it is.
Yep. Well,
but if you got mattress money, then you ain't got to worry about it.
Well, I think stuff and things. I don't know if he's talking about me, but he just wrote Rick Grimes. Does he think I look like Rick Grimes? Which is no way. You don't look like Rick Grimes, dude.
Or were you talking about Frank Grimes from The Simpsons? A legendary character. You don't know Frank Grimes? Okay, no. If you guys know who Frank Grimes is from The Simpsons, please put fire emoji in the comment section. Come on, Greg.
I don't know who that is.
He was Homer Simpson's arch nemesis at work. He called him Grimy. Come on, man.
I stopped watching The Simpsons regularly 20 years ago.
Oh, same thing. I mean, I don't watch it, but like it was in the first 10 seasons, like the classic seasons.
Yeah, I don't remember. You're I don't know where you're going. Do you think there's a good chance of getting the? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting wait. Mary Jo, hello. Thank you for joining the show.
Hey, hey, nice old school
Um,
name. Yeah.
let's see. Michael Carmer saying, "Do you think there's a good chance of getting the Galaxy Watch 5 in the bundle with the 23 Ultra?" Kinda. I think you're going to get enough trading credits to put a dent in getting the Galaxy Watch 5. Maybe not completely free, but a big dent, so it doesn't cost that much. What do you think?
Yeah, same. Samsung is not in the business of giving phones away. They really kind of balance out those trade-ins so that you always have to pay something. But you won't pay full price. You'll probably get a good deal. But you got to do it at the launch because that's when you get the best of the best for
That's right.
trading anyway. Yeah.
Tuck Wright's going back to the 7 Pro, saying that especially when taking thumbnail photos, it seems like it translates better through Gmail on the Pixel 7 Pro. I haven't noticed that. I send myself photos through Send Anywhere. Check that app. I was telling Wayne about it last
You
night.
you love that app. Are you like sponsored by them or
No, I
something?
should be, but I love that app. It's a cool app
You
because you can
guys
send
want
it's it's direct
what?
file transfer from any device, a phone, an iPhone, an Android phone, a tablet, a computer, a Mac, anything. It's awesome.
Greg, are you a paid sponsor? Come on,
Yeah,
you have to disclose it. Like if you were a cop and you tried to arrest me, like you'd
I'll
have to
tell
tell me you're a
I'll
cop.
tell you after the show.
Are you like
Jo-
Kevin O'Leary and FTX? You're like, I'm a paid sponsor. Of course, it's an amazing service.
What's up, Josh? Welcome to the show. Robert's saying he would like to try the Fold line if they upgrade the camera to 108 megapixels. Will I be happy with the camera experience with a Fold coming from a 22 Ultra? Well, the good news of the Fold 5 is it's supposed to have a 108 megapixel sensor, but as you know, that's going to be the same. It's going to probably end up being the same sensor that's in the 22 Ultra, which if you love it, then you'll like it. But I would assume the 23 Ultra will probably end up taking better photos because of the 200 megapixel, and it's just a slightly different camera system. What do you think, Wayne?
Ditto, ditto.
Oh, he's not saying I look like Rick Grimes. He's saying that
You talk
he
like
said
him.
stuff and things. I don't know what he's talking about. Greg looks like Unbox Therapy. Do you guys think that?
Oh,
If you know,
she.
I met him once. Me and Facundo, How To Men, the guy that's on here, we were at this when I first started my channel. 1,000 subscribers I had this thing that no, I didn't have this thing. There was this Team Crispy event in LA. MKBHD was there, Unbox Therapy, all these
Never heard
different
of him.
huge
Never heard of
YouTubers
him.
at the time and still today were there. And we were both I went there as like a fan to go there and Facundo was there, little did we know. So that was actually pretty cool seeing those guys. We
Greg,
do
why don't
have
you,
though.
Greg? Why don't you grab a box and just like open it so we can just see what that will look like?
So we can see if it's real. Michael Carmer, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for the info, gentlemen. I appreciate your opinions. Thank you so much for the help on that. That was very kind of you. Chris gets over 8 hours of screen on time through the 21 Ultra. I don't let apps run in the background and they use dark mode.
He's
I don't want to have
efficient.
to do that. You might as well
He's
not. You might
he's
as well.
efficient.
That's like, dude. I would hate to have to relaunch every single app every time. I would hate it. It's not worth it to me to get 8 hours of screen on time. I want my phone to be a pleasurable, fun, fast experience. I don't want it to be dumbed down at all. I don't want it to be its balls to be cut off. I want it to be. Where's my
Greg
thumb?
likes his phones like he likes his women.
With balls. Um, I moved from Apple. I love the free. Okay, I love my 22 Ultra. I moved from Apple. I love the freedom. Freedom.
Freedom. What movie is
Gotta
that from?
get
Know it. Put
together.
it in the comment section.
What?
Freedom. Do you know what
Who
that's
sings
from?
it? It's easy.
No. What movie it's from?
Oh, I have no idea. You got to tell
Are you
me on that one. I don't
serious?
even know.
Well, let's see if someone puts it in the comment section first.
By the way, I have to remember, Stuff and Things is actually a member of the channel, I believe. So thank you for being a member
Oh,
because his name is highlighted on the chat when I look at it.
getting all the
Um,
extra stuff and things that Greg is
uh,
offering for memberships.
Robert loves his Watch 5 Pro. I have mine. I don't use it. I switched to the Pixel Pro, but I keep forgetting to
Same,
wear it.
same.
Similar, very thing.
It
Mary
was
Jo
exciting for like an hour, I think, and then I switched to the Pro.
TK agrees with Mary Jo, and he's going back to his Samsung phone. That's actually pretty cool to see.
He's
Uh,
going
back,
back
back,
to Samsung.
Samsung. Sagar, which phone should I upgrade for the S23 Ultra, Flip 4, or Fold 4? Do you know which foldable will have a big upgrade, Flip or Fold? I think Flip and Fold are going to have sizable upgrades in terms of things that are different versus what they had. So I wouldn't say one's going to be more so than the other, but the Fold 4 should be technically spec-wise a better phone. Fold 5, I should say. um, which phone I'll answer, but you can answer first. Which phone should he upgrade to? 23 Ultra, Flip 4, or Fold 4?
Mm. I mean, it's hard to put the 23 Ultra and the Fold in the same category because they're just different phones. If you're looking for that, larger screen experience, that obviously trade off is that it's going to be bulkier when you carry it, but it is what it is. Versus just the sleek, large screen on the 23 Ultra along with the amazing camera. It's tough, honestly. I would say 23 Ultra. While I love the Fold, I just feel like the Ultra is just easy to take with you, and it's got everything you need, and then some. Like it's to me the best phone you can get. Now, with that being said, the Fold 5 is supposed to have the S Pen that's going to store in the phone, which will be a game changer. So that's one reason. If you use the S Pen and that larger screen could make a big difference for you, then I would say go Fold. But if not, 23 Ultra is the way to go.
I say get the
Greg,
Fold
let me
4
ask you this question.
because it's
I would
different.
say, oh, right, right. I was going to say, how often do you use your S Pen?
Never.
Are you using that like pretty often or not really?
I never use it.
Oh.
Never. Ever. Stuff and Thang says, I love the app too, but I was not calling you Rick Grimes. I was just telling you where my username originated from. Oh, but yeah, S23 Ultra all day.
Ah,
Okay, now I get it.
thank you for
Which
clarifying that.
iPhone did you have? Oh, that's not to me. I don't need that. Oh yeah, Team Crispy is a shout out from How to Men. Oh, Stuff and Thang says How to Men's channel rocks too.
Oh yeah,
It's a line in Rick Grimes' Walking Dead. If you ever want, oh, it's just saying they're just having conversations between each
I love
other.
it.
Oh, here we go.
I love it.
Richard Parker finally is. I think. Did we get this?
Did
Did we answered this already though? Huh? I
Oh, about
deciphered
the
what he was
Note
asking,
20.
right?
Yeah.
I said yes. Upgrade. Buy a Pixel instead. Yes, the Fold 5 might have two. Sugar H2O. This must be my niece. Oh no, it's not. It's
Oh,
my
Uncle
wife's
Greg.
wife
Uncle Greg.
girlfriend. Thank you. I'm not her uncle though.
Shout out to Uncle
She's
Greg.
the same age as me.
Is she calling you old?
Probably, yeah.
Hmm.
Probably.
Hmm.
I plan on upgrading to the 24 Ultra next year. Nice. Yeah, that should be the same phone as this year.
Yep.
Oh man. Oh, do you agree with this? Samsung support sucks. Do you think so?
I can't say I've had a horrible experience, although I would say in past years it has been easier to reach them. Obviously, every website wants to switch you to some type of live chat support, and yeah, I don't
Which I'm
know. I
not
think they're
against. I
just
actually like live chat support better than maybe talking on the phone sometimes. But whatever. I've had good and bad
yeah,
issues with them. When do you think the Fold will have a front screen the size of the Ultra series? I don't think it ever will.
never. No,
But I do think it'll be somewhat similar. I think it'll get fatter for sure.
yeah.
Pixel issue. Okay, well, so this, unless somebody gives a super chat, I am going to sign off in just a moment, but I'll answer this one. So again, I will give you a minute. If anyone gives a super chat, we'll stay on until we get no more super chats, or at least I will. I don't know about Wayne. Wayne stayed a lot longer than he was. He was only when he. Hopefully, you're okay with me saying this. He thought I was only going to. We were only going to go live for 30 minutes, but I explained to him that it takes longer than that. You know, you got to really,
You know
you got to
what?
mature, you got to bless this audience. You got to give it some tender love and
You're
care. You got to
right.
tell
You're
them
right.
that you're in for the long haul. You're not here for a one night stand. You're
I mean,
here.
look. I think Drake said it best when he said, "I'm here for
Who's
a good
Drake?
time, but not a long
Oh,
time."
Drake,
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 Drake.
the Drake, Drizzy.
Right, right,
Yep.
right. Drizzy,
You know, back in the
Drizzy.
day, we called him Wheelchair Jimmy, but now he's Drake. So, if you watch
What makes
Degrassi, you know what I'm talking about.
what? I'm gonna make myself big right here.
Uh
Here
oh,
we go. Oh wait, can
watch
I?
out, watch out
Here we
now.
go. What makes a Google flagship? What makes a Google flagship to be priced at $899 in S23 at 11.9? What are the $300 differences? That's a good question. What do you? I'll make you bigger now. What do you think the $300 differences are? Go. You're the spotlight.
Hmm. I'm gonna reread that because I was looking at your thumbnail. What makes a Google flagship to be priced 899 versus? I was asking myself the same question um, because I really have enjoyed the Pixel 7 Pro and was surprised, that they came in lower. I think they're just trying to capture, uh, like they're trying to steal some of those people that are making that jump to the Ultra line. Um, but yeah, I don't see a ton of difference. Like
No.
obviously the Ultra has a much larger zoom capacity, which if you're looking for that, then that's a big jump, right? Like what is the zoom on the Ultra series right now? Is like 50 times or 100 times digital?
On the which one? The Ultra? It's
Yeah.
100.
So like that's a considerable difference. And when I
Yeah.
had the 22 Ultra, like you could take some really amazing pictures using that feature. So that's a big standout feature from the Pixel line. Um, but I can't think of a lot else. Oh, obviously S Pen. So that's another big difference there. I don't know. Is that worth 300 more?
I I don't. The big difference is that like what are you getting? You're buying Pixels. Let's be honest. Pixel's not a name you generally when you think of, not that they make crap, but when you think of like the best smartphone, generally you think of Samsung and Apple. So you're
Yeah,
paying for Samsung's marketing, you're paying for Samsung's name and history, and Samsung, at least in products, is a much bigger company. As a whole, though, obviously Google it might be bigger, but in terms of like just companies that make products and the employees they have to employ and all these factories and all this stuff, Google doesn't generally. Google's buying stuff that they put together. Samsung puts a lot, creates everything, not everything, but they create a lot of the stuff that they put into their phone. So I think that you're paying for the factory as well.
yeah,
So, but to break it really down, you're paying for the name. That's really, at the end of the day, mostly what you're paying for. Don't get me wrong, Samsung products, just if you hold both in hand, you might think Samsung actually is more pricey, better quality, but I don't think it's worth $300 a difference. We
Sorry,
what do you
I just
say?
wanted to just reply to that. So I thought of a few more things. So okay, one would be the zoom. Again, if we're just comparing the Ultra series of the Samsung and the Pro series on the Pixel, the latest models. So the extra zoom capability, onboard S Pen. You have the MHL adapter support, which allows you to connect your phone right to a TV. You also have the DeX support as well, which is like if you connect it to a laptop or a monitor, you have a full desktop experience. So there's a lot of nuance within the software of Samsung that I think most people are not tapping into. That I think you're paying for that when you buy that higher tier phone. Um, and like the Pixel is probably a more simplified experience, and they haven't added a lot of those extra bells and whistles. So, like, if I named things that you've never heard of, like the MHL support or the Dex, like, is it worth you paying extra for it? No, because like you don't know what it is. You're probably not going
I
to
don't even
use
think a
it.
lot of people use it. Like
Yeah,
your mom's not using it, your dad's not using it.
yeah.
It's
So
it's,
like
it's
if
like the nerds that are using it.
And probably even the zoom capability, like it's a nice marketing point, but is the average person using that? Probably not very often. I didn't use it very often either. When I used it, it was great, but it's not something you're using every day. So I think Google probably took like the most important things people care about and are working on that. And so that's why their phone is a little bit less, because it's hitting the main things people care about. And one being they want to take great pictures and they don't want to have to like do a lot of work. They just want to be able to open the phone and just take amazing pictures, take amazing video. And so, you know, $300 less, you get the Pro.
That's right. Gadget Beard has given a super chat saying, should keep your 22 Ultra and pretend you upgraded to the 23 Ultra. No one will ever know. Before we
Nobody
even
would
do,
know.
no, they won't know. And I should mention, I didn't even think of it. Gadget Beard has his own channel as well. So click on his. He does a lot of case reviews and pixel videos. So click on his name and subscribe to his channel. Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to say? Let me also point to the fact that, actually, let me unclick this. The other thing I wanted to mention is that, remember, February 1st, Wayne, are you going to be there or no?
Where's that?
Here with me. You busy that day?
Live.
Live. Do you want to hang out live again with us?
Uh, Let me check my calendar. I
You
think
got
I'm
to check his
free.
calendar. But what I'm going to say is I will at least be here. Hopefully Wayne will as well. And on that show, we'll actually definitely bring on other YouTubers that you know and you don't know on here to talk about the event. I can't broadcast the event live. So when you do come in here, it's going to be us probably showing screenshots. I'll give you an example of how it might look on here. Let me bring up my Twitter feed so you can see on here real quick. One second. It would probably look something like this. Oh, that's pretty small, but let me see if I can make this bigger. There we go. Something like that, maybe, so you can see what's going on. And I'll just have it on like the website for like whatever, Sam Mobile or 9 to 5 Google or something like that, so that you guys can see what's going on with it. And that's, like I said, that's kind of how I'll have things going on there. But yeah, Wayne, do you think you can make it or no? I'm
As
asking
of
on the
now, I'm
spot.
free. So
Cool.
count me
So,
in.
and I
Yeah.
think this was cool. I'm glad you guys were so interactive with us, and thank you for all the super chats from Facundo and How to Men and Gadget Beard and Michael Karmer. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. We're gonna potentially have Wayne also simulcast from his show if we can figure that out. It would be the same show. It would just be, you can watch it on his channel. You watch it on my channel.
There you go.
And if there's anything else you want us to add to this, leave a comment on this video down below. But thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. A lot of you guys stayed for almost the entire show. A lot of similar names that I've seen in here before. Wayne, what do you want to say?
Hey, this was so much fun. This was my first
Oh,
time
yes,
in probably
first.
over 5 years. I think I did one of these like a long time ago, but was so much fun. You guys are amazing, and let's run it back next week. There it is.
Two Pete. Two Pete. All right, guys,
Peace.
thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to subscribe to Wayne's channel. It's so easy to find us, h2techvideos.com, or you can go to gregglestv.com, and you can get all of our social media things and all that stuff there as well. Thank you so much, guys.